Yes, ma'am.
I attended the meeting of Mr. Masters Saturday. I had just returned to town on Friday. And I spoke with Mr. Stalls today, and he said maybe I don't have a clear picture, that I should address yourselves to get it. I'm very concerned about, this is a lawsuit. It's going to involve, we've already spent my money in a lot of lawsuits. Now we're going to spend my money more lawsuits. And how did this legal opinion, the rules get changed? Were the rules changed for 1984? How did we end up that somebody had the ability right before an election to vote over 100 votes? And it's not that I'm against Miller and Smith. I'd be against anybody in this room who had the power to vote 100 times to my one. I might as well not bother. Yeah.
Let me give you a brief answer to that. As you know, we're in ongoing litigation.
Yes.
As you've heard people say many times, in a situation of litigation, we really can't comment on litigation. However, I would like to say that we, as the association, we as the board, have studied all of the documents in question very carefully, including the release of settlement agreement, which you just talked about. We believe firmly that Miller and Smith, the Consolidated LLC, was completely in its right to decide to start to pay assessments for those 100 lots, and thereby to gain the right to vote those 100 lots. We believe,
You can't hear? Okay, we gotta do something, turn that thing off, or you have to stand up and yell louder or something. She can't hear.
turn it off. Turn it off. Mike.
It takes a minute.
It takes a minute.
Yeah. Please.
It'll take just a second.
Well, I can hear him.
All right. We believe that Miller and Smith was completely in its right to take their option to begin to pay dues for those 100 lots and to begin to have the right to vote those 100 lots. We believe the association was entirely in its right to permit them to do so. We also have a written, signed legal opinion from our lawyers that supports that belief. So we believe that there is no dispute that everybody was in their right to do what they did.
So when Miller and Smith decided to vote them, that was their option, you had no choice in the matter but to allow them after you observed this. I mean, I don't remember being given the option when I bought my house to give up my vote by not paying my homeowner's dues, or that at any time I could then decide, well, I'd rather pay them now so I can vote in this thing. I just feel like maybe I'm being treated differently.
You are being treated differently. Lake Holiday LLC had the right to not pay dues and therefore not vote. And that right was granted to them way back when they acquired that property.
And what year was that?
02.
They also have the right to decide to pay dues and to gain their vote thereby. They had the option. They decided to take the option at a given point in time. We had no right to disapprove them taking that option. We as the board, we as the association. They had every right to take the option. We had no right to disapprove them taking the option.
It's a shame we didn't see this coming, because now, I mean, we don't have a homeowners association. We all live under the power of somebody else. We will do as we're instructed to do.